In this video, we will show you how to replace your front inner fender liner on this GMC Acadia. This will be located inside of your front wheel well. Let's get into it.
Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The first thing we have to do is safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so the wheel's off the ground. Once you've completed that, remove all 6 of your 22mm lug nuts and then the wheel.
With the wheel out of the way, we have a clear view of our fender liner. To be able to start removing this, we're going to pay attention in and behind the brakes. Up against the body of the vehicle, you're going to find that you have a plastic panel that we're going to have to remove so we can start removing the fender liner as well. The mounting hardware holding this in place is a T15 Torx bit. This plastic panel has 4 of these screws holding it in place. There's 3 across the front and 1 along the back side. Inspect and replace the mounting hardware as necessary. Let's get the other one just along the other side of the front strut there. When removing this, we'll make sure we're holding onto the panel as well. Remove the plastic panel from the area. With the panel out of the way, let's move just underneath that. We're going to have several 7mm headed mounting bolts to remove. There's one just right here. Once you have that out of there, continue on up inside the front corner here. In this area, you're going to find several other 7mm headed mounting bolts. They're going to make their way all the way across here and then across the front where they connect to that front bumper cover. Along the back 3, that's actually holding this flap in place, so we'll make sure we're holding on to that for the last one. We'll make our way across the front. We have 2 more of these here. At this point, the front is separated. Let's make our way back up inside the wheel well. As we make our way into the wheel well, we're going to find several of those T15 mounting screws. Up in this area, you're going to find a plastic push clip. We're going to leave this in place, saving it for last. Let's continue on with our T15 mounting screws along the back side of the fender liner now. We've got one of those T15s right here. Let's make our way down. That's it for the T15 mounting screws. Now it's time for that plastic push clip. To remove the push clip, we're going to use a trim tool, but you can essentially use any small prying device. Carefully start pulling out the center to unlock it. Once it's unlocked, the outer portion should come out as well. Fully remove it, a quick inspection, and we'll set that aside. Now we can start removing that fender liner from inside of the fender well. You can either start from the front or the rear on this. We're just going to carefully pull it out of place. Make our way around. Start giving this a wiggle. There it is, friend. Clean and inspect all of your mounting points. It's time to install our fender liner. Let's start getting this in place. To install the fender liner, you're going to have to make your way essentially all the way around it, tucking it in and behind any of the body panels that it needs to be, and aligning the mounting points as we make our way around. Now that we have this up and in place, let's continue on with our push clip. This is going to hold this in place while we continue on with the rest of our mounting bolts. Let's move down to some of our T15 mounting bolts, making our way down along the front of that bumper cover and fender. Now let's make our way inboard here a little bit. Obviously, we can't install any of the lower bolts here because we have the plastic panel, but we can get this one. Let's pause along the front and make our way along the back side. Let's make our way underneath the front bumper cover here. It's time for the 5 mounting bolts. We're going to start with the 2 on the very front, reinstall the flap across the front here, and then we'll continue on with 3 mounting bolts holding all of this in place. We'll just pull down on that, start in the mounting bolts here. This next one. As we bring this in place, we're going to slide it over this mounting stud along the corner there. Start in each of the 3 mounting screws and snug them up. Double check, make sure everything's secure here, and now let's move a little bit rearward, still staying underneath this area. Let's get this bolt in here. Now we can install our plastic plate. When installing the plastic plate, we want to come in and behind our brake hose and our brake line. There we are. Let's install our 4 mounting screws here. 3 along the front, 1 along the back side of the front strut. This one in here. Start on all 6 of your lug nuts. We'll bottom them out. Get the wheel safely back on the ground and torque each of these to 140 foot-pounds. With the wheel back on the ground, we'll be torquing these in a crisscross manner. Torqued. Okay friend, we finished the installation of our inside fender liner. At this point, it's always a good idea to take your vehicle for a road test and listen for funny noises. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.